Silver futures ETFs are making big strides, and for the third consecutive day after robust moves in both gold and silver this week, thanks to concerns about how the Fed will respond to inflationary pressures and rising treasury yields. So, with the news coming out of Eastern Europe, tensions with Russia and Ukraine, and also all the economic data, we're seeing silver starting to move up as equities and even cryptocurrency is on the way down. Let's talk about silver and gold, and let's also unbox a couple American Silver Eagles. That when we return. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So silver is surging. That is the article today. This one coming to us from the NASDAQ, directly from the NASDAQ. Silver surges for a third day amid geopolitical and inflationary concerns. I will have a link to this article down in the video description section. So let's go ahead and get started once more. Silver futures and ETFs are making big strides for the third consecutive day after robust moves in both gold and silver this week, thanks to concerns about how the Fed will respond to inflationary pressures and rising treasury yields. All right, so we're seeing increasing inflation as well as yields. Typically, those yields work against gold. Gold, however, according to the article, let's go on. Gold has been largely ignoring the inflation data and instead focusing on how the Federal Reserve might respond to said data, said Peter Grant, Vice President, Senior Metals Strategist at Zaner Metals. Gold and to some extent silver are often thought to serve as a hedge against inflation. Rising geopolitical tensions with Russia are also providing support for gold, Grant mentioned. While gold is still trading largely within its range for the last 10 months, up $30 Wednesday to $1,848 per ounce, silver is rapidly approaching the highs it saw in November, adding over 2% on Thursday to trade at $24.75 an ounce and may be leading the charge. Okay, so we're starting to see that gold to silver ratio tighten up, and let's continue on. Silver may be spearheading the move higher in metals as pandemic-related growth concerns ease, which is just going to further stoke inflation, said Grant. There was, however, positive news for ETF investors this week, as well as reports revealed that the surging gold prices on Wednesday corresponded with a significant inflow of $305 million into the SPDR, or SPDR, Gold Shares ETF, that is ticker symbol GLD, on Wednesday. The report said that this was the largest money inflow into the gold ETF since November. Okay, so you're starting to see that money follows the money. And as more money is coming into the silver ETFs and now gold, that's also going to help push up the prices for the physical. Okay, so maybe we can see some lower premiums, and who knows? Who knows what we'll see going forward. Let's continue on. So this inflow into GLD also supports the idea that traders and investors are vexed by rapidly climbing and potentially problematic inflation, and are looking for protection. With gold and silver moving higher, technical analysts are still bullish about the industrial metals' future prospects. Okay, that's right. Silver is an industrial metal as well as a monetary metal. March silver futures bulls have the overall near-term technical advantage as prices are in a 5-week-old uptrend on the daily bar chart. Silver bulls' next upside price objective is closing prices above solid technical resistance at $25 an ounce. The next downside price objective for the bears, closing prices below solid support at the January low of $21.94. Okay, so first resistance, however, is seen at the overnight high of $24.32, and then again at $24.50, and the next support is seen at $24 and $23.48. Okay, all the chart talk, I'm not really into that. I am, but at the same time, I'm a long-term stacker of physical precious metals, which is the reason. Let's go ahead and come back to the unboxing here that I'm continuing to buy predominantly silver rounds and foreign silver coins and a few American Silver Eagles. And I do have a couple of my collectible coins out here, but that's more just for your viewing pleasure. Let's go ahead and get this unboxing done. So I am ordering and have been ordering 2 Silver Eagles per week in a pursuit to finish a monster box. That's 500 American Silver Eagles in a monster box. We'll go ahead and slide that into the picture somewhat. Here you can see I've got these tubes. So these are random date American Silver Eagles. We'll see what years we got, and we'll go ahead and add them to the tube. So these were purchased from Texas Precious Metals. You can purchase as little as 1 American Silver Eagle with them. and get free shipping, especially if you link your bank account and you get their cheapest price. Now, I am not paid nor endorsed by Texas Precious Metals. Those guys hardly return my emails, but I do like shopping with them because the price fits my budget, and it's fun to be able to do these more frequent unboxings of silver, especially when you don't need to get that full $199 or more in your cart in order to get free shipping. Okay, you don't have to worry about that with Texas Precious Metals. And also for me living in Florida, I don't have to worry about the sales tax. So let's take a look at these Eagles. All right, so we've got the 2018 American Silver Eagles again. Not surprising, we did get 2018s for the last 2 weeks, which makes sense. More than likely, that was the monster box or monster boxes. Let's get a good focus here on the coin that Texas Precious Metals had during the time of purchase. I've mentioned it a few times before, but you can buy the current year. You know, Silver Eagles, pretty typically, they tend to be the best price the current year. So in this case, the new for 2022s tend to have the lower premium, unless, of course, you can find what they call random date, which is where you will receive a brilliant uncirculated American Silver Eagle. There's just no guarantee what year it's going to be. And usually in that order, you get all of the same year. So if you order, let's say, 10 random dates, you'll probably get 10 2018s. Occasionally you can get, different dates, but we got our tube of 2018s out here. So, so far we only have 4 ASEs in this tube here of 2018s. So there you go, number 5 and number 6. Let's go ahead and get that in the tube, and we'll take a look at the other one here. So silver price is on the rise, which is making the premiums on these American Silver Eagles seem even higher. They're staying about the same. Per my coin shop, they're still charging over 10, somewhere between $10 and $11 in premium for brilliant uncirculated American Silver Eagles. Tends to be kind of the norm for those that are purchasing less than a monster box. Okay, there's not much of a discount for purchasing even, say, 100 of these. You really need to get into the 500 plus range on your purchase in order to get a bulk discount on that premium for the American Silver Eagles. So as you know, the premium on the American Silver Eagles is the highest of the sovereign coins, really, and that's a big part of the reason why we do stack some other stuff, namely the Canadian Maple Leaf and the Silver Britannia, sometimes the Krugerrand. Just kind of depends on what we want to do. There's also the Kangaroo, which I've got one of those right here, and the Philharmonic. Okay, so those are a couple of different coins you can consider stacking other than the American Silver Eagle. But I'm here in the USA, and I'm long-term, right? I'm converting dollars into silver as a savings account. It's a way for me to save. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and you get a tangible asset, okay? And tangible assets have been doing pretty good. Real estate and commodities, and I think it's going to be an even better year than we saw a few years. Last year wasn't a great year for metals as far as price, but definitely something that was good to be accumulating as we head into this time period now, where we're starting to see those prices begin to move back up. Within the range they were in last year, heading back towards the midpoint with silver, and gold is, hanging tough there too, kind of around the midpoint of where its range was last year, which is good because we're just in January and we're already starting to see things go up. So there's a strong expectation that inflation is going to remain in the market, which will also boost metals performance now. It's kind of been factored in, and with the sell-off in the equities market and cryptocurrency markets, that does bring new cash, new speculative money as people take profits in equities and cryptocurrencies and look to move them into hard assets, tangible assets. Those could be potential tailwind opportunities for gold and silver this year. So we have a lot to see. Not a financial advisor, just a guy who follows the market and really enjoys stacking gold and silver. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're all doing well. Keep stacking, and I look forward to seeing you back on my next video coming up soon.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.